These events are created to encourage good sportsmanship for your students. You as a coach are responsible for encouraging that and building that in your students. For each event, you will receive 2 sportsmanship points. In the event of unsportsmanlike conduct by a student, parent, or coach, these points may be taken away, and the player, coach, or student may be asked to leave.
Understand that officials in every sport make bad calls. Our line judges are trained, devout, and impartial Christians who do their best to officiate according to the rule book. It is never appropriate for a coach to compromise a Christian testimony due to bad sportsmanship. For this event, each team will be required to provide a roster sheet as well as parental consent forms for each student on the team. These can be found at capital RMHC lowercase amp.org/events.
The dress code for games requires students, coaches, and officials to wear non-marking gym shoes and long pants, no shorts. We encourage teams to supply their students with matching shirts to build team camaraderie.
We encourage you to spread the word about events like this, and this can be done through church service, Awana clubs, Sunday school, or communication with parents. Players who do not wish to participate are still encouraged to come to the event and cheer on their friends.
We recommend that you arrive approximately 60 minutes prior to the start of the event.
While these Awana events are supposed to be a fun time for all the students, the greatest purpose of these events is to present the Gospels to friends and families who are watching. So we ask that you keep your students calm and respectful while the Gospel is being presented.
The chain of commands is as follows. First comes the event coordinator, then the RMHC event team, then the circle director, who is in charge of the scorekeepers and the line judges.
All teams are required to have no more than 2 coaches on the line at all times. The coaches, if they have any questions, should bring them to the nearest line judge, who will bring it to the circle director if needed. The circle director can ask the coaches to leave the game floor if needed. Coaches must remain behind the line at all times. For sparks, the coaches can help assist the kids get lined up, but must leave the circle as soon as possible.
All circle pins must be passed with both feet outside of the circle. Jumping or stepping over a circle pin is not allowed. If a circle pin is missing, students should be instructed to act as if it is still there. Failure to do so will result in disqualification. Players will be disqualified for unsportsmanship-like conduct, knocking over a game pin, knocking over a circle pin, causing interference to any other team, or breaking rules in the rule book, which play is not according to the spirit of the game.
A false start will be called when a line judge sees any movement prior to the starting horn. The first false start will result in a warning, while the second will result in a disqualification for that team.
Floor markings are the lines that you see on the floor. The width of the tape provides the margin or the areas of the event. Though if you have your foot on the margin, that's not a disqualification. But if your foot is fully over the line, then that is a disqualification.
Interference will be called when a team's fair chance of winning is impaired by another team, coach, official, or anyone else's intentional or accidental action. If a team or coach causes the interference, they will be disqualified and not included in the rerun. In all circumstances, the event will be rerun.
Possession of all events is defined as touch.
So the passing rule will take into effect on all running activities except for the 3-legged race. The passing rule is that if there's a fast and slow party, that the faster team will come behind the slower party and tap the slower one on the shoulder. And if the slower team does not move out of the way in a team section, they are disqualified due to interference.
Scoring is unique to each event, and the point totals can be found in the rule book under each event's specific rules.
What is Sparks of Rama? It's a fun, low-stress competition for kindergarten through 2nd grade Sparkies. See the rule book for specific age requirements. They must have completed 10 sections in their book for this year. The team must consist of a minimum of 10 to 17 players, minimum of 3 boys and 3 girls.
For Sparks, they must compete in a minimum of 3 events.
Tiebreakers for Sparkies. In the event of a tie at the end of the heat, the 2 teams in a tie will compete in a ball relay, and the coaches can pick the participants.
Circles ready, set, go.
Nice. Great job.
Good job. Good job.
For Sparky in and out, the first player must run inside the circle, grab the beanbag, and then he will hand up the beanbag off to the next player. The next player will then place the beanbag in the basket and hit the other player's hands. That process will repeat over and over. You may not cross the circle unless the player has hit your hands or you have retrieved the beanbag. And once you get all the way through, the player at the end will run inside the circle and hit the beanbag with their hands. I mean, not the beanbag, the pin with their hand. And all players must at least go once. There you go.
Circles ready, set.
Let's go, red team, let's go. 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 Let's go, red team, let's go.
They will begin behind their starting line and will run a full lap and hand their stuffed animal off to the next player. This cycle will continue until each player has ran.
When the 4th person is gone, they will have all 4 stuffed animals. And once they run the full lap and go around the pin, they will go into the center, place the stuffed animals in the basket cage, make sure all the parts are within the basket, and place it down flat on the ground, then knock over the pin.
Go. Circles ready, set.
At the beginning of the round, the player will make 1 full lap of the circle. After getting back to their pin, they will go around the pin and stand behind the 12-foot half line, where the line judge will have his foot. From there, they will throw their beanbag at the center pin, and the first player to hit the pin wins. If they accidentally knock down the outside pin with their foot, they're still qualified because they already went around it after completing the lap.
Circles ready, set. Run away from them, guys.
circle and running around trying to dodge balls. The other 3 teams will be hunters throwing the balls into the circle. And if the rabbits are hit, they will step outside the circle and are out of the game. If the rabbits step outside of the circle, they will be disqualified and will step out. If the hunters step inside the circle, their ball will not count. You'll exclude after 30 seconds.
Circles ready! Set!
The 5 players are holding on to the pool pretty much. As they are running, they have to still make a straight line. That's why the line judges do. The line judges to make sure they stay in a straight line. However, if they do fall over, then they must stop, stand up, and all grab the pool noodle, making sure they're holding on to it nice and tight. And then they could keep going. Once they all cross the line, including the person at the back, he must run and get the pool and move down in.
Go. Perfect. Circles ready! Set!
All players must straddle their team line. The ball will pass through the legs of every player, and if the ball falls out of order, the last player that it came out on must put it back in order. Once it gets to the last player, they must put the ball into their basket, flip over the basket, and knock over the rim with their hand.